Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Soji Enigbokan. In this video, we shall talk about the Windows Task Manager and explore the various methods to opening and launching the Windows Task Manager from the desktop graphical user environment and also the command line or the Windows PowerShell. The Windows Task Manager comes pre-installed on all Windows platforms. It is installed by default. You do not have to install it. You do not have to need a third party. Task Manager, also known as Windows Task Manager, is a system monitoring and startup utility. It provides a user with a graphical overview of the applications and programming running on the Windows computer. Now, by applications and programming, we mean what? Both installed programs like your Windows, Microsoft Word, Excel, and background tasks or applications that are needed for the operating system stability. So, all of this, your service hosts are what? Background applications. So it gives you an overview with respect to how much of the system resources that is being consumed or allotted to a particular application. So for example, you have your CPU, you have your logged in users, and you have Windows services. All of these appear on what? The tabs. Let's quickly go through this. Processes run both as installed applications or running processes or applications. Now, Performances tab shows you a graphical overview of the CPU load. Right now, my CPU is at 71% capacity. It shows you memory usage, and you can see a quick overview of all of these resources. If you go to the users tab, you quickly look at this. Look at my CPU. Screencast is using about 20. This is the recording application that I'm using. The Microsoft Word uses about 36 MB of my 2 gig RAM. And my RAM is running at what? 72% capacity. This is not cool. Should I begin to install and run other applications now, I will run out of memory, and hence the system will freeze and the applications will become unresponsive. So our aim today is to open Task Manager and do what? Use this application called the Task Manager to forcibly terminate unresponsive applications. Now, how do we open the Task Manager? A previous video has been dedicated to opening and using the various methods, but for the sake of those of us that are watching this video for the first time, I would like to do a crash course on that. First, you right-click on an empty space on your computer. That's the number one option to opening the Task Manager. You simply click Task Manager and it pops up. Task Manager comes up. Number two, the second option is to right-click on the Windows Start button. Right-click it, Task Manager is ready to be selected. The other option is using the Windows key and the letter X on the keyboard. It gives you the same. That is the shortcut to using the Power User menu here. Now, the fourth option, which this is the one I love most because it doesn't take you out of the window. It takes 3 keys combination: Control, Shift, and the Escape button. It opens the Task Manager. And now we can also open the Task Manager using the Control Alt there, but this takes you completely out of your desktop environment to an advanced screen where you can do other options that are not related. But for most users, you want to stay on the desktop environment and have control over those applications. Be able to forcibly terminate them or set priority. You want to see usage of resources by applications. The other one is the Windows key and the alphabet letter R. You simply type task mgr. It takes you to the task mgr. Beg your pardon, I typed wrongly. Task mgr simply takes you to the task manager again, which is another way of doing that. Now, for those of us who like the terminals a lot, you can simply go to the command prompt and you launch task mgr. Can you see that? Isn't this wonderful? The moment you click yes, task mgr launches the task manager. That is the executable name for task manager. Now, let us look at all of this. Right now, the CPU is at 43% utilization. What is doing that? Majority of that is used by my video. 23% of the CPU is being consumed by my video recorder. Microsoft Word is using about 36 MB. Now watch this. Let's open the Microsoft Edge. Let's start maybe Bing from here and start www.bing.com. Let's launch that and launch Google Chrome as well. Let's see, and launch File Explorer. All of this, begin to watch the Performance tab. As you can see, as these applications are loaded, my Performance tab gives me an overview. For example, the CPU usage has increased to 65% from what it used to be. This is not cool. A time will come the CPU will be so overburdened and it will freeze up the system. So to do this, we simply want to let go of those resources. And by doing that, this is where the task manager, look at the disk capacity is increasing as we what? Run more applications. Now, let us stop this application. This is the reason we have come to look at this video. It says this man allows us to do what? It can allow us, can also be used to set priorities, process affinity, start and stop services, and forcibly terminate processes. So we're going to look at the task manager one more time and try and stop. Look at it, I'm running at almost 100% capacity. This is not cool. So I'm going to stop a few of them. I'm going to look at the user. This user is actually logged on now, consuming so much of this. This user alone is at 100% capacity for my memory. So what I'm going to do, before the system crashes, I'm going to stop a few of them. Let me stop Microsoft Edge. All you need to do is right-click the application and click End Task. I will go to Google Chrome. It's using about 13 MB. I'll right-click Google Chrome. The 35 MB will be let what? As I do this, watch the memory utilization will begin to reduce. Even the CPU is getting a bit more relieved now. Can you see? I'll close all of that. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how we forcibly terminate an unresponsive program. The essence of this is to allow the computer breathe. The system resources, your CPU, your memory is being allotted or granted to these applications. To simply let go of all of this, you right click and click End Task. Please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. I believe this video has been informative and I would like to thank everyone for viewing. Thank you.